What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. For the past 2 days, like yesterday and today, I have felt like total shit. I don't know what's going on with me, but I felt like death. I feel a little bit better than I do today, but it's like I'm mad at myself because I had went to work last night and I was like, I don't even know why the hell I went to work. But you know me, when I go to work and I don't feel good, I don't do shit. I don't do a damn thing at work. When if I don't feel good, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna sit my ass there until it's time for me to go. I will sit there for 8 hours and watch movies on my phone, whatever. And I tell the people up in the building, I be like, listen, y'all need to go to hell on somewhere. I don't feel good. Get on up my face. Like seriously, when I don't feel good, leave me the hell alone. Like get back up, go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like just I don't be in the mood. Um, I should have called out, but I said nah. Let's get this money. 'Cause I feel good enough to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel good enough to go, but I ain't in the mood for no foolishness. But anyway, getting into this episode of GH, hot mess. This episode was a crazy roller coaster. I am happy that Drew finally knows that Carly was stonewalling him on this search for Willow's biological family. I'm glad he figured it out because he said that he always felt throughout the whole process that she was trying to, showing resistance throughout the whole process and stuff. He wanted to know what the hell was that about. Like, why is she, trying to stonewall him on this? And she admitted that, she don't want Willow to know who her biological family is. And he wanted to know why. Like, that's not your decision to make. And Carly was like, oh, because, what if her biological family were deadbeats and stuff? I didn't want her to have to go through that. So I made the decision that she shouldn't know. First, see, that's the problem with Carly right there. It's not your decision to make, boo. Like, that's not your choice. Like, who the hell are you? Mother Teresa? Who died and made you the gatekeeper of people's biological families? Like, that's not your decision. And she keep trying to make this about Willow. Let's call it what it really is. Let's call a spade a spade. She is using Willow as a cover for why she kept that secret. When she know damn well this is good old fashioned revenge on her part. Let's call it what it is. Revenge. Nina kept her husband away from her, so she's keeping Nina's daughter away from her. Call it that's what it is. She can hide behind Willow all she want to. But we know the truth. Come on now. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I'm not even gonna be mad at Carly for doing that shit. I'm not. Because Lord knows Nina had no problem being all up in Nixon Falls getting cozy with that lady husband. So, like, you all up out of town with somebody else, man. Like, come on now. So, I'm not even mad at Carly on this. I'm not. I just want her to be honest about why she really did it. That's all. But other than that, you got my support, boo. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. So Drew had to finally confess to Carly that Willow has leukemia and stuff, and Carly was like, damn, I should have seen the signs. Duh. Like, you seen that girl was pale as shit. Like, is she like the crypt keeper? And you gonna sit here and not put two and two together that baby girl was sick? Like, come on now. Shit, pregnancy alone don't do that to you now. Come on. What type of demon child are you having to make you look all pasty pale? Come on. That's just an unborn child that don't like your ass. If he got you feeling and looking like that. You got a little baby Stewie up in there, a little Stewie Griffin. If you got a child that make you look like that, you got a devil. I'm just saying, you got Lucifer child. So, and that's when Carly realized, yeah, it's better if, a donor is better coming from a family member. So she told Drew pretty much you ain't got to keep looking. Nina's the mother. I said, it's about time you done told that man. Because Drew gonna want to know. Like, were you ever gonna tell? No, obviously. She only told because her ass got backed into a corner. That's the only reason she told. If Drew didn't bring that shit up, she would have never told. Hell no. She kept that secret this long. Duh. So anyway, moving on from that. So Sonny was reading the report or whatever. He showed the report to Nina and whatnot. And that's when they realized, damn, Willow got leukemia. She really is sick and whatnot. And so Nina was upset and she was blaming Michael. Like, because she kept thinking Michael was the reason, because they noticed in a report that Willow delayed her treatment and they felt like it was because of the baby. But Nina was feeling like Michael may have convinced her to delay treatment or whatever. And, Sonny at that point was like, Nina, stop. He said, all this infighting gotta stop. Like, we're family at the end of the day. We need to be there for Willow and this baby and try to figure out how we can help. You know what I'm saying? All this infighting that needs to stop. And I do agree, because here go Nina again jumping to conclusions and not knowing what the hell she's talking about. And you would think that she would have learned her lesson. Because how many times has this girl jumped to conclusions and was always dead wrong about it? You know, and that's when she was putting all the pieces together, because she remembers seeing him in Terry office and stuff like that. So now it's starting to all make sense to her. I'm like, yeah, but you need to stop jumping your ass to conclusions, because you're always loud and wrong. So how about sometimes just being quiet and being right? You know what I'm saying? Try to find some right about something, because you ain't never right about nothing. You just jump into conclusions. So then she had the audacity to show up at Michael and Willow's. I'm like, why are you there? Talking about, oh, I came here to talk about Wiley. Baby girl, now is not the time for all this. Go home. Now is not the time for you to talk to him about no Wiley. For what? You lost your custody bid. You ain't got nothing to talk to him about right now. Why don't you wait till the morning? See, this is what I'm talking about. She need to calm herself down. She does too much. Like, she does entirely too much. And she needs to relax herself. So, anyway, Willow was wondering why Michael's not angry at her for delaying her treatments and stuff like that. Like, he should hate her. He should be angry because she made a bad decision in delaying her treatments. And he's not really angry with her, because he was like, at the end of the day, you did what you felt you had to do for the sake of the baby, you know? But she was like, no, you should hate me. You should be angry with me because I shut you out. At this point in time, Michael's not really angry with her, because what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of him being angry? What's done is done. You delayed the treatments. You didn't tell him about this. It is what it is. What can he do? He can't go back in time and change it. So what's the point of being mad at your ass? All y'all got to do is look forward and try to find a new donor. That's all. You know, he's trying to be positive about it. I respect it. You know, he's trying to be positive and keep the positivity going, because he don't want to speak negativity into existence. He was like, at the end of the day, God forbid, even if you do succumb to this, he was like, you know, Wiley's never going to forget you. He was like, I'm going to make sure Wiley always remembers you. You know what I'm saying? So, but he just wants to worry about what's going on now. He don't want to think about the future or the past. You know, he wants to talk about the here and now. And I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree. Like, you can't go back in time and change anything. So what's the point of being angry about it? Can't change it. So it is what it is. So anyway, moving on from that. Jocelyn. Are the writers trying to piss me off with this girl? Because I don't know what it is, but it's like every time you turn around, Jocelyn always whining about something. She's whiny, she's bitchy. It's like, take it down a few notches. Like, every time we see her, she whining the decks about something. I'm like, what type of man is going to put up with that for too much longer? I would have been out the first day she did the shit. I'm just saying, she's very childish. She's not ready for no grown-ass relationship. I feel like she's just not. Like, every time she's with Dex, she whines about something. If it ain't Sunny, it's something else. And here she goes whining again. So she comes in there. Basically, she got survivor's guilt. And I do agree with Dex on that. Like, she needs to live her life. That's what Britt would want. You know, you can't sit here and keep blaming yourself for Britt's death. You know what I'm saying? Britt did what she wanted to do. Britt didn't have to save Jocelyn. She could have just ignored the, you know, the struggle, the sounds and stuff. She could have brushed that off if she wanted, got her ass on the boat and left. But she chose not to. Because I'm pretty sure deep down she would feel like, you know what, if I was in that situation that Jocelyn was in, I would hope somebody would have heard me and saved me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, anybody in that situation would wish that somebody would have saved them if they came in contact with a sadistic killer. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. She did what any human being I would think would do. So you can't keep blaming yourself for that at the end of the day. You know, just keep living your life in her honor. You know, that's how you pay tribute to her for saving you. That's how you honor her. Live your life. You know, stop dwelling on, oh my God, if it wasn't for me, stop. Because all you're going to do is drive yourself insane. That's all you're going to do. So live your life. So of course, her and Dex get down with the get down on that couch. That couch must be comfortable as hell, because this is the second time they done had relations on that sofa. That sofa done seen so much action. I'm just saying, like, good Lord. That couch done seen more action than Shaquille O'Neal in the fourth quarter. I'm just saying, like, damn. I know that couch got to be smelling like all type of sex and potions. I'm just saying. So she get a text from Sunny. Excuse me. She get a text from Sunny to come meet him at his office. Here comes Jocelyn with more bitching and whining. Oh, you know what? I'm sick of this. But you know what? I have to agree with Jocelyn on this one. Like, Sonny can't dictate who his employees date outside of the job. You know, you can't dictate that. Because I remember he used to do that all the time with Max and Diane, you know. And it's like, he tried to make it seem like it was a conflict of interest for his bodyguard and his lawyer to date. There is no conflict of interest in that. So, he just wanted to control that. And I remember Diane had to light into his ass before about that. She was like, you don't control who I date, who I see in my personal business. You don't control that. Like, Diane had him unstuck. So I do agree with Jocelyn on that. You know what I'm saying? Sonny has no authority to tell her who she can sleep with, who she can date. That's her business. So she went to the office, and before Sonny could speak, she pretty much told Sonny, no, I'm going to talk, and you're going to listen, basically. I'm like, okay, Jocelyn, don't get ahead of yourself now. Calm down. You better remember who he is. You think just because that was your former stepdaddy, he won't lay hands on your little ass. No, I'm just playing. We all know he won't, but still, somebody need to. Somebody need to take that girl to the woodshed. I'm just saying, she getting a little too mouthy, a little too bold. You calm down, respect your elders now. So anyway, moving on from that, Victor is pretty much over Nicholas's BS at this point. Like, Victor is over it. So he pretty much came to the realization that Nicholas is behind the Esme in the North Tower this whole time under his nose. And, you know, Nicholas talking about, well, I had to. You know, she's pregnant. I didn't want her to have the baby in prison. And I also thought she was the hook killer, so I felt I had to lock her up. Victor was so over it at this point. He was like, you know what? He was like, I'm starting to think that the Cassadines need to cut our losses with you. I can't even blame Victor for it. I cannot blame Victor for saying that, because Nicholas is just too problematic for me. I'm like, every time you turn around, he got some new bullshit going that everybody got to clean up his mess or be a part of his mess. And every time you turn around, it's some new mess that he done got into. And they got to continue to cover up. And everything keeps getting uncovered. So it's like, I would cut my losses with his stupid ass too. Cause I'm like, Nicholas has been making dumb moves every day. Like, I don't blame Victor for that. So Dante and Jordan showed up. And of course, you know, they want to search Windermere. And Nicholas was like, no, he pretty much refused. I'm like, see, this is why you look guilty as hell. Because he talking about, oh, Esme was never here. I would know if she was staying in my house. Okay, like Jordan said, you got a lot of damn rooms in this house. Exactly. Windermere is huge. It's a castle. You got probably 100 damn rooms in that place. She could have been hiding out in any one of them without you knowing it. And the mere fact that he's refusing to let them search is a sign of guilt. You know what I'm saying? To any cop, to anybody, that's a sign of guilt. And they didn't need his permission anyway, because they came packed with a warrant, and Victor told him, like, go ahead and search. He was like, we ain't got nothing to hide. So, you know, they were asking Victor about his relationship with Esme, and of course Victor told me, oh, I hardly knew the girl. You know, when she was staying here, I wasn't staying here at the time, so I don't really know her. And of course, you know, Victor told Nicholas to go with Dante to go search. I'm like, of course. So, you know, Dante came back down. He played it off. He was like, yeah, we didn't find anything. So they left. And Dante pretty much broke it down to Jordan. He was like, the North Tower bedroom, he said it looked like the room was cleaned and it was repainted. You know, the bed or whatever, everything looked repainted. So he was like, the way it's looking in there, somebody was definitely hiding someone in that room. Like, he's convinced. So I'm glad that Dante waited until him and Jordan got outside to reveal that, because that's a smart cop move. You don't reveal to them, to the suspect, what you may have found. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to know that tidbit of information. So I'm glad he took that shit outside. I said, that's smart, Dante. There you go. Think about that one. I said, that's how you do business. So Victor pretty much told Nicholas that he had Demetrius scrub the whole room down. All evidence of Esme's existence was taken out and put in storage. So that's where the aha moment came. And this is why Nicholas is stupid. Now Victor got him by the balls pretty much, because he put all the stuff that got Esme's DNA, everything on it, all evidence that she was at Windermere. He got all that stuff in storage so that way he could blackmail Nicholas later for his cooperation with whatever Victor needs. I said, see, this is why Nicholas is dumb. Like, just borderline stupid. I'm like, yo, every time you get yourself into some mess, you find yourself in more mess. Just dumb. So anyway, moving on from that. Laura was talking with Spencer and whatnot, trying to calm him down because she was like, you don't, she kept trying to convince him that it's impossible for Esme to be a hook killer. She's pregnant. She's big and pregnant. How could she have done it? She don't even got the strength to do that. And, she told him you could go see Esme, but don't rile her up. Don't stress her out because she's pregnant. Like, just take it easy. So, Laura was asking Elizabeth what her thoughts are about Esme and this whole situation or whatever. And Liz pretty much was like, she feels like it's, best that Esme doesn't remember anything. I'm like, of course, Liz. Of course you would say that. Because if she does remember something, your ass is going to the booty house. You going to prison. Where them big girls gonna jump your ass. That's what you gonna do. So it's in your best interest that she doesn't remember anything because she could get you. So then, of course, Laura asked her about her opinions on Nicholas, her thoughts on him. And Liz sitting there talking about, oh, despite his stupidity, he still has, good intentions. Liz, bite your tongue. No, he doesn't. There's nothing about Nicholas that says good intention. Nothing about him that says good intention. Everything he does is for the wrong intention, for evil intention, for his own intentions. It's never good. Not at all. And Laura feels like Nicholas is in this dark place. I'm like, because he is. He has been for quite some time. He has tunnel vision right now. He's not even paying attention to the son he has. He keeps screwing Spencer over every chance he gets. So, something drastic needs to happen to his ass. So, anyway, Spencer goes in to see Esme and stuff like that. He introduces himself to her. And, he explains their relationship and stuff like that. So she started asking him, is it possible that he's the father of the baby? And he said it is possible. He was like, yeah, it's possible I'm the dad. My thing is it? Because I remember during that time, Spencer said that he wasn't sleeping with Esme at that time. Because he was like, he kept trying to avoid sex with her. So did they get down with the get down? Because I don't remember. I do remember he said that, he was avoiding that. So I don't know. Could they have slipped up and did it one good time? I wonder. So, Esme was sitting there asking Liz about Martin and stuff, if he a good lawyer and this, that, and the third. So Liz pretty much told her, yeah, you could trust him or whatever. He good. Like I said before, if Esme is faking, she doing a bang up job because she got me convinced that she, really don't remember. So I'm inclined to believe that she don't. But I think her amnesia is temporary though, because I think something gonna spark that memory to come back. But again, if I do believe that she's genuinely telling the truth though, because her remembering would be good for her, because then she could say, well, I was locked up in Windermere, so that had to get her off them hook killings real quick. You know what I mean? So I guess she really does have amnesia. Anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.